God Shiva speaks. The Father says, make full effort to remember me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls. Shiv Baba, point of light Father. If your intellect is caught up in anyone's name and form, then continue to remove your intellect's yoga, remembrance from that. At night when you have time, remember me, Shiv Baba, with love and imbibe divine virtues, and you will win a lottery for your future 21 births in the next world cycle. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, it is only here in hell that there is sorrow. I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, has came to liberate you souls from sorrow, because it has been explained to you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, that Krishna cannot come here in hell. There isn't any sorrow in the land of Krishna, which is the golden aged heaven. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the mouth-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, now become those who imbibe divine virtues. If you continue to have devilish traits, you wouldn't receive a good status in the deity community. If you don't receive a status now, you won't receive it for cycle after cycle. That will be a great loss. Worldly profit and loss is just for one birth, but this is a question of birth after birth. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you have to change from humans into deities, residents of heaven. Deities exist in the golden aged heaven. Therefore, it will definitely have been me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, who changed human beings into deities. What does I, God Shiva, make others into? Into gods and goddesses, however you call them deities, because I, God, is only one. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, Lakshmi and Narayan is still human beings, but with divine virtues. Those with divine virtues then definitely became those with devilish traits. Establishment of heaven is now taking place once again through Prajapita Brahma. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, the land of Krishna is the land of elevated deities, residents of heaven. How could Krishna purify the impure? Krishna only exists once in that name and form in the beginning of the golden age. His identical image would only be found again after 5,000 years. However, he has 83 other different images and births throughout the whole world cycle of 84 births. That Lakshmi and Narayan is the world mother and world father at this time. They are aware that they will become Lakshmi and Narayan in their next birth, at the beginning of the next world cycle once again. The features that they have now will change. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, there is good and bad actions. In the golden aged heaven, just good actions is performed. Ravan, which is the five vices, body consciousness, lust, greed, anger, and attachment, who makes you perform bad actions, doesn't exist there in heaven. Whatever actions you Brahmins, the more-born creation of Prajapita Brahma souls, perform here, you have to receive the fruit of that for your future 21 births. You souls either follow Srimad, elevated directions, or devilish directions. When you perform wrong actions, it means you have followed devilish directions. There has to be full love for me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father. When you don't love me, Shiv Baba, it means you love devils. Here you receive I, God Shiva's love. You promise that you will only love I, the one God, God Shiva. If you love anyone else, that is like loving devilish ones. You yourself then become devilish. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, there has to be very good yoga, remembrance with me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father. It has to be unadulterated yoga. If there is love for anyone's name or form, that is adulterated. At the time when worship of me, Shiv Baba, first begins, it was unadulterated worship. You worship me, Shiv Baba, alone. It should not be at the end. Your intellect's yoga becomes adulterated. Maya, which is sin, is such that she will make you stumble around in many places. Sometimes you will remember your friends and relatives. It is not possible that you will then be able to instantly connect yourselves in yoga with me, Shiv Baba. Very good effort is required for this. Maya is very powerful. She quickly makes you forget. This too is fixed in this world drama, and this is why you shall make effort to remember me, Shiv Baba, at night. Gateway to Heaven, the 28th of January 2022.